Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones.
This is Andy Roman from Elm Treason.
And this is Bobby Steele from Elm Treason.
This is Joe Butch, and you're listening. One.
Hey, this is Julie Gibb.
Hey, y'all, this is Michael Daughtry.
Hey, Dave here from Brushcutter.
One.
Hey, this is Vino.
We are Coleus.
This is Mr. Susan. You are listening to New Music Saturday with Dr. Bones and Mad Andersons. Those guys are crazy.
Right on, and welcome to Music Saturday. And tonight we have a special guest, Baz D. Welcome to the show, Baz.
Hi, Brian. Thanks very much for having me.
Not at all. And we have no one with us because we were short one Anderson, and she'll be long in about 20 minutes, half hour. So, no one, what's going on?
Just hanging out, waiting to hear some great music.
All right. So first off, Baz, this is an interview / co-hosting gig for you. So this is one of your first appearances, which is awesome, and I've been looking very forward to having you on the show. So first off, Baz, you're an acoustic musician, and each time I hear a different song, you have like everyone has a certain style that kind of pulls you into the song. Now, I'm curious, I don't normally ask this as a first question, but who are some of your influences? Because, I mean, it's just tight and very, very pure sounding music.
Well, I've always listened to music as a child. My dad was really into classical music, and it started going through that vein. And then I continued sort of listening to the Beatles, well, I would because it's my hometown, and through David Bowie, Crowded House. I'm actually a huge Crowded House fan. Neil Finn's one of my favourite singers because he's just so pin sharp. So they're my real influences, and then I draw sort of from my own personal life experiences and try and put them into songs.
You know, I was just about kind of capitalize on that on that comment you just made, just because each song you've sent us over the past while has been, and you've given the explanation to the song as well, which has been really nice. And you know, I've kind of put my own kind of spin on it and. Way I kind of thought of how the song sticks out to me, because obviously, you know, it's personal to you, but you know, it can ring true with other things. Not like saying, no, that's what I'm like right now. It's just kind of like, no, I can relate to that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of the songs I've done, the most recent one, in fact, Meet Me at the Door, that was all about depression, which is not the best of subjects, I know, but I was walking one day and I was thinking about a really good friend of mine who suffers from it, and I wondered what it would be like, and I sort of described it as like a dark room, and it was all very grey inside, and like a Baker-like phone in the corner, and it was all about trying to bring them out the room, trying to get them to the door, and then the song just flowed from there. I had to quickly sing into my mobile phone while I was walking along. God knows what people were thinking about me when I was doing that, but there we are.
Well, you know, it's a good way to put it, just because, I mean, it's kind of nice because obviously there are so many people suffering from it, and it is a big deal, and there is help out there, so don't ever be shy to go out and get the help that you need, the people who suffer from it. But it's always nice to hear it from a second perspective of what you could possibly think what it may be like, or what it's like through your own eyes, just because it's vague, but somewhat narrowed as well, because I mean, it's just like a lot of other like diseases out there that you kind of have an idea, but you never get the full concept of it unless you actually have it. I mean, not that I want people to suffer from it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's very much in England still a very taboo subject. People that suffer, they don't really know how to talk to them, and it was just, I was thinking very deeply one day about it, and I've not suffered myself with it, but I thought about this particular person, and that's where the song came about. It sort of just, it was like a bolt from the blue, really, and I decided to write it, and it was wondering how you draw people out who are deep in depression. Is it sort of almost taking them out of a rut and dragging them up and releasing them, or breaking the bonds so they can actually live their life fully, and that's how it all came about, really.
Well, you know what? It is a really good tune, and I'm going to let Nolan ask a few questions now. So, Nolan, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, I absolutely love your music. I love the personal intimacy that really comes through in it. It sounds like you write a lot from your own personal experiences with your family. I believe you mentioned a song written for your wife. Sounds like there's one written for a daughter. Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
It's actually written about my son, unless there's a daughter out there. No, it was that was one of those very easy songs, and I'm sure you must know yourself, Nolan, when you're writing. Sometimes it just comes at you, and it was probably around this time in the morning, really. I mean, it's sort of 1:45 over here at present. And it just came at me from nowhere, and I went into the kitchen and started writing it out, and the words came effortlessly, really, because I was just constantly thinking about my son and how much he meant to me, and the fact that you do anything for your kids, absolutely anything at all. And it was one of the easiest songs I've been able to write. Very difficult writing about the wife, but I won't tell her that.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah. Happy wife, happy life, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We can all relate to that one. And actually, just speaking of which, touch back on Nolan really quickly. Nolan has a song on the album he did, their first full-length album, and the song's called "Through My Daughter's Eyes," and that is one of the best songs. So I'm sure Nolan can relate to that songwriting aspect of things.
Thank you. Yeah, a child can be a true inspiration for songwriting. I'm sure you would agree, Beth.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do a lot of busking, and I play in bistros and wine bars and some other bars. And when I sing that one, I do feel like people sort of really take notice of what I'm singing about. And I think that's sometimes the key with songs, just finding that sort of heartstring, if you like, that you can just tug on a little bit, and people hopefully will sit up and take notice of what you're doing.
Well, and that's one thing that everybody can relate to, whether they have one of their own or they have, like, let's say, a niece or a nephew that's really special to them. I mean, it all kind of rings true somewhere down the line.
Yeah, sure. And it's just finding that right piece of music and then getting the words right at the end of that. I mean, I know I've written one called "We'll Be Together," and that was about the wife, and that was pretty much on our anniversary. I think it was our 433rd wedding anniversary or something, because we've been married ages. So I managed to write that. But what I haven't said is that I wrote one for my son, and then I wrote one about the dog, and then a couple of years later I wrote one about the missus. So that went down well.
Well, I just before we get to your newest song, and we will get to meet me at the door in 1 second, just on that real quick. And I've seen this bumper sticker plenty of times, but it always makes me laugh because it says "Wife and dog missing, reward for dog." So
I'm not going to come on there.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to listen to your newest track, Baz. This is "Meet Me at the Door." Dig this.
You've been trapped by these bonds for so long now. I can break those ties. Let me show you how. You gotta be strong. You must know this is wrong. at the door. You've got a life worth living, meet me at the door. It's a fight worth winning, come on, step outside. You'll have it all, meet me at the door. You've been trapped in the dark, life's let you down. This is not the way, no time to turn it around. Yeah, it won't be easy, but you've got to try. So take my hand, come on, let's fly so high, meet me at the door. You've got a life worth living, meet me at the door. It's a fight worth winning, come on, step outside. You'll have it all, meet me at the door. There'll be times when life's so hard, the valley deep and you fall so far. Gotta find that peace. You got to believe, no more hiding in that room. Got to escape from that room, from that room. Won't be easy, but you've got to try. So take my hand, come on, let's fly.
Meet Me at the Door by Bazdi. Now, just before we get into this song, I have to tell you about this right now. At Low Flying Geese tweeted me, and they're essentially an indie film project that touches on a lot of bands in the UK. And his tweet was, taking the dog for a walk. Wait a minute, easy, Tiger. That's no way to talk about the missus. so
that is one brave guy.
Yeah, no kidding. But I had to read that because it was just really funny. So, but back to me. We talked about this a little bit. Just production wise, Baz, how do you go about it? I mean, do you have like an in-house studio, or how do you kind of prep and get ready for laying the song down, laying the tracks down?
I mean, it starts with me just obviously getting the music and the songs together, and then I'll record it on my mobile phone, and then I tend to listen to it in the car for a few occasions, and I think about maybe what vocals I can add to it, what backing guitars I can put to it, and then I've got a really basic setup really, and I just record it. Obviously the guitar first, usually just as the background and the basis of the song, and start with that, and then obviously I play from the laptop into my headphones, and then I sing along to it.
Right.
Which is no easy feat when you haven't done it before, really, because I'm used to playing and singing at the same time. But once you get the hang of that, then that's fine. It just goes through a standard program, then converted into an MP3, and off it whizzes to the likes of Good Selves and other stations.
You know what, Baz? I totally agree with that, because I haven't in a while, just because my electric's a little needs a little repair right now. But point being is, I was using an app called InTrack, and I was doing the same thing. And the first time I recorded a song, it took about 23 to 25 takes to get the vocals bang on right, because either I was a second behind or a second too late. And one of the most frustrating things in the world, so I can completely sympathize with you, man. I totally get it.
Well, I'm also trying to